Give the button some tissues. Did you see what I said about a good topic for today?
Yep. Why ain't you on the lot ready to open up a whole bunch of them?
I'm on my way.
Hope you got a bunch of bundles with you.
Oh, I got a bunch.
We'll go over to my lot like we did last time. But I got one or two things to chat about, so.
Cool.
All right, let's do this thing. Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Celebrating over 10 years plus. And still running. Who would have ever thought they would last this long? Lunch with no other than the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz. And Jack is currently on a phone call and hopefully will be joining us here shortly. Lomir is en route to the lot with some streamer bundles. We may have some fun with that today, but meanwhile, giveaways are open on my stream because Jack hasn't seemed to have done anything in his stream yet. So if you want to enter in to get yourself some goodies, type in bang exclamation bundle me on my side for a chance to win your streamer bundles, or exclamation I love free shit for a chance to win yourself a mystery game key. And as always, if you want your own personal mystery game key, all you got to do is toss 300 bits. It's 300. either Jack or myself. Today is just me until Jack gets here. And I will dig into the mystery grab bag and get you a game key. And then, of course, I've been running all sorts of interesting offers for you guys and gals out there. And let me pull those up real quick. I forget exactly what they were. I know most of them were there. Oh yeah, Dysphonia, the full scrap collection, $70 value, 1,000 bits. I'll give you all those games. Hey, Noob Skyblabber with the sub, 63 months. Yeah, that means Jack is MIA because if you didn't read Discord, what Jack said was, I'm on a work call and this might take a bit, and that was at 5 after 12 my time. So,
An hour ago.
yeah, his green light just went on in Discord. So maybe he's finishing up. He wasn't in Zoom, so I don't know if he's going to be here momentarily. Yeah, you were just making a jack off gag. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yes. But yes, right now Jack is jacking off. And hopefully he will be with us shortly because I've got some stuff to talk about. And I definitely want him here for it. Back to the game keys. Leisure Suit Larry collections, 1,000 bits, 1,500 bits, and 2,000 bits will get you different versions of the Larry. The Wet Dreams double pack, I believe I offered up for 1,000 bits, and Lucius the complete collection for 1,000 bits. But meanwhile, Noob Skyblabber, we gonna play with those balls, or should I just go play with those balls and pick it for you?
Come on, does anyone want to play with Laz's balls?
Yeah, as Noob says, play. Play! And of course, oh, random? Okay. Can I randomly pick the Castle Siege? Let's do some clicking the random button. There we go. Let's see what came up randomly here. Oh, enemy at the gates. Enemy at the gates. Alrighty. You all know what you need to do. Exclamation play. Get in on the action. I don't have Jack here to go ahead and wait for him to sync up, so I'm going to start the clock. 69 seconds to get yourself in. Type exclamation play. Don't forget exclamation I love free shit, because there will be a game key giveaway after this as well. And maybe a winner of some in-game scrolls if you happen to win this race. So bang play, that's right. Bang play. It'd be cool if that actually worked. That would be cool. But yes, make sure you're entered in, because you've got to be in it to win it. 20 seconds to get in on the action before we start to play with our balls here on NBNN. I hope yours are all polished and ready to roll. Alrighty, good luck.
It would help if they were lube too.
Good luck, everybody. Here we go. As the gates open up. And who's gonna make it out first? Looks like Morkin. Yep, Noob Skyblabber, actually. Beaten Morkin. Up, Dark Blue Monkey and Rustic Dragon. Both ejected right off the bat.
No!
Morkin ejected. Trying to get through that folding gate. Lomir coming from behind trying to get Noob Skyblabber.
I'm gonna get you.
And Lomir takes the lead.
Woohoo!
But can he hold on?
Hold on, tight.
Oh, we've got a Bard on scene? Lomir going for the win. Can he make it, or does he get caught up? He makes it through. He's getting held up by those pegs. Oh. But Lomir for the win.
Woohoo!
So congratulations, Lomir. Oh, Noob Skyblabber playing a little piano for us. Thank you, Noob.
I'd call it a medium-sized piano.
Okay, let's open this up. And get Lomir his scrolls. I really wish we had the option to either open the inventory or not open the inventory when starting a trade. It's really a pain in the butt when it automatically
Thank
opens
you.
up. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Let's see, these new people here? No.
And it can't automatically close either.
Yeah, I know. By the way, a whole 19 people online today for a Monday. This is getting more pathetic by the day, but we're going to close the giveaway. Picking ourselves a wiener. And Tina O'Near, you are going to get the last mystery game key out of this bundle. And Eterna Noctis. I believe I'm pronouncing that correct. Eterna Noctis is on Steam. And holy cow, Tina. That's a $30 game, $29.99, going out to Tina O'Near. So congratulations, Tina.
Wow.
Nice grab for our first giveaway today. So here we go. There you go, Tina. Enjoy that. Let me know how it is as I reset the giveaway. And tell everybody to type in exclamation I love free shit for a chance to win the next mystery game key that comes up. And I do have a bunch more keys now because right before the show I went and bought a whole crap load more, so we've got plenty for you. Uh-oh. Who's out there hitting the earthquake? Doran. Oh, Icefield. He's out there sitting up playing with the practice dummy. Love it when people come and just start fucking with shit on our lot. But it's okay. They're here on the lot having a good time. Dark Blue Monkey says Alfie's going to be taking aggro for his sister later who wants to train taming. I hope he's ready to be an animal punching bag. Yeah, well, Alfie's gonna learn how to be some bait here shortly, and that's the way to do it, especially for the heavy duty stuff. I know definitely for nightmares you're gonna want two people, but is your daughter up for that task just yet? Or yeah, how far in are they in their training is the question. She's low level, okay. Even then, it still helps to have somebody aggro while you're training, because one of the toughest things I found taming, of course, to be one of the hardest ones to actually level up all the way across the board. Let me get over here to my taming tree. Um, Summoning was one of the hard ones because you had to, wait for that cooldown. And of course, you have to work. What skill is it? Is another refresh in order to uh, minimize the cooldown. So if she hasn't trained refresh yet, tell her she should really be putting, um, some time into that. 10-minute wait between attempts. Yeah, absolutely. So tell her she really needs to work in that refresh because refresh will limit that amount of time. Of course, the other thing I found to really be tedious was resurrection, because there was also a cooldown there. But there was a way to cheat back in the day, but yeah. Also having a big pool. Yeah, big pool plus some buffs don't hurt. Using the potions of guidance if you have a big pool to pull from. And if not, Dad should be taking the kids out to some areas where they can get some really cool poolage, as it may be, for their experience pool. But meanwhile, we're going to revisit this topic yet one more time. This is also from our friend Dark Blue Monkey out there. If anybody recalls last week, we were talking about the 5 love letter quests uncompletable, and Jack and I went out last week to give this a test and see what the problem might have been. And Dark Blue Monkey did find his other letter, and Allie had asked, did the quest turn in work? Of course it works. The Dark Blue Monkey said it did. Once I found the last letter, it took over an hour to complete just by rinsing the area over and over and over. So I guess this isn't a bug. It's one of those easily missable things. You need 5 different yellow letters, not 5 different letters in general. But yeah, we could have told you that. Plus one really annoying RNG quirk, which I figured it out. I mentioned it, but we'll confirm this here in just a minute. That there's a letter that appears much less frequency, a 1 in 50 or a 1 in 60 chance. Yet there's only 20 or so loot locations, so you can run around and totally clear out the area with a 66% chance of not finding all 5 letters. As a mathematician, that means some people are totally clearing the area out up to 6 times before they are almost guaranteed finding that last letter, which just seems wrong in some way. Too much possible grind. Welcome to Shroud of the Grindatar. If I were going to change it, I'd have all the letters except one as RNG, but you have that one missing letter being the one next to the bed inside, so at least you have to go in the house, and you can't speed up loot everything from a distance. Now, I came across this, And I'm going to go see how quickly here in just a minute we can actually recover this other letter, because as I was out there looting, I found it on the imps. And Alley-oop comes back and says, Dark Blue Monkey, the last letter is not scattered as world loot at all. It's on the imps. It's pretty quick if you're doing your own looting and not leaving it to party members. And Sanyo comes back to confirm Allie is correct. Make sure you loot imps. Arguably, the letter from an imp is the most important because it's the one you have to work the hardest for. The other four letters are easy in the sense that they are simply lying around in randomized locations in that same area. It may be notable that there are an equal amount of locations for each of the four easy letters. None of the four easy letters spawn more than the others. I think that's a lie. And I'm going to point out to letters. Let's see, letter. Let's see. I have 15 letters from a child. I have 8 from a fiance. I have 10 from a soldier. And I have 10 from a young romantic. So it looks like one of them is a little bit more than the others, and the other 2 are a little bit less, and the third one is even less. So I don't call that equal. Otherwise, I would have an equal number of all of these letters. Now, that could also, yeah, that could equate to, Jack running around at the same time. So I'm not going to say that as a definite there. Hard imps, are we talking about the same game? Well, depends on what level you are when you get out there, Tina. Now, of course, I'm gonna do it the easy way. Of course, I'm going to put on some decent armor, and I am going to summon my flaming steed. And I'm going to let my steed do all the work. So yes, very easy imps. Very easy imps. And this was where? The Necropolis Barrens, right? Is that correct? Yes, Necropolis Barrens. And I think we're going to the west entrance is where this was. So now I'm just going to go and slay some imps and see how quickly it takes to just get. The imps in general drop false letters. Didn't run into that problem myself. Which way do I have to go to get to her? It's straight north, right? Or is it up here? She's up here, I believe. Right? Yeah, we gotta go this way. We gotta go this way. Oh, look, there's an imp. Watch me get it on the first try. And I'm just going after the imps. Oh, clockwork wings. Here, impy, impy. Letter from a questionable admirer, but that's, yeah. Is that, let's see something. Let's pull up the inventory. Okay, so that's one of the false ones that you're talking about. Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Let's see how quickly this can be done. How many imps are there? Here's another imp. Oh, is that it? No, that's not an imp. Letter from a young romantic. Not the one I'm looking for. Oh, ghost die. I will take your corpse loot. Oh. And that came from what? Hold on, that wasn't an imp, was it? Oh, come on. Kill that thing so it stops scrolling. Oh, it doesn't tell me what it was, but there it was. There was the letter. But I didn't actually see whether it was from an imp or whether it was from one of the ghosts. Did anybody happen to catch that on screen? I guess I'm going to have to go back and look at this later. Just to see what I actually got that from. But there it was. Yeah, that's how quick it was to get that. Might as well kill this imp and get his gold real quick. I'll take 72 gold, and I know you've got a whole bunch of stuff. Ring of Jones, nice. And let's go do the turn in just because we can. Come on. Oh, you webbed me. Okay. See something here. Where am I at? Did I run past him? Oh, how did I run past him? Oh, yeah, right there. Alright, so we're gonna turn in letters. And I don't even have to type in letter, I just have to click on him and he is ready to accept all 5 letters. Give him the items and 40 plus 1,000 plus 900 gold. And a ring of life. Yay.
Where do you get this quest from?
From this guy right here. Oyon.
And where is he at?
Necropolis Barons. It's a daily quest. You can come out and do it. Now I've got a whole bunch of these, yeah. Interesting thing is, why are the letters from a questionable admirer all different? Yeah. I have 3 different stacks of them, and they're all different, which I'm about to destroy them because I really don't need them.
And I guess you can't trade them to anybody.
No, they're just white. They're tradable.
So these are other letters that you can give him?
They're not letters you give them at all. They're just fake letters. That's what I'm trying to say. But there was 3 different piles of them of the same letter that wouldn't stack. So because Shroud math, that's right. Because Shroud math. Absolutely. But you know what else is Shroud math? It's the butt of the hour. Which means I need to get my butt back to the lot so that I can give away a streamer bundle. Just there to confuse you. Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, but 3 different stacks of them, yeah, that's just stupid. They should all just stack as one stack. But 300 bits from Dark Blue Monkey, which means Dark Blue Monkey is going to get himself a mystery game key. And I'm going to dismiss this pet. But yeah, absolutely. Is one, checking it out because, you know, we like to know, and 2, ain't got much else to do. I may have an announcement after today's show that may bum a whole bunch of you guys and gals out, but we'll worry about that in a moment. Let me go get a mystery game key for Dark Blue Monkey. And Dark Blue Monkey, you're going to get yourself a copy of Creepy Tale 2. Creepy Tale Dose on Steam. And, oh, big one. That's a $10 game. $9.99. Going to Dark Blue Monkey. Oh, we're going to get Dark Blue Monkey his game key. There you go. Hope you enjoy that one. That's definitely a dad game key. If I've ever seen one. Just looking to see if there's any updates out there. But there really are not. The love letters was the hot topic of last week, and that's basically it. We got a couple fixed need testings to check out, but I'm not really keen on those at the moment. I mean, for anybody who is interested, I'm just going to bring this up here and show you that here are our latest alerts on the forums. A whole 5 topics, and out of these 5 topics, 4 of them are Dark Blue Monkeys, so 3 more. Oh, here's one I hadn't seen. No more private mode. Oh, what is this? Oh. Why did this not show up in my mail? Well, I gotta go look at this here. Hold on. Very interesting. Okay, well, it looks like we've got something else to talk about here today, so. From Provorkin, who wants no more private mode. I thought we got rid of private mode. This an old topic? Now, this is from Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. But again, you didn't even show up on my mail. And he's got a poll here that he wants to know, should we remove private mode? What do y'all think? Should we vote yes or should we vote no, or does it not really frickin' matter?
Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say yes because, I mean, we don't play in private mode. And right now, overwhelmingly, no is winning with 7 votes. 6 votes for yes, 7 votes for no. But hello, all. I'm not sure if this is the right place to put this. Where did he put it? Avatars and NPCs and game features. No, that would not be the right place, or at least I don't think so. But could not find another spot for it since it's not a bug, it's not a wish list item, since it's not a new feature, but rather getting rid of, how about in general? General topic. That would be, probably where this really belongs. Many may not agree with this, and that is fine. I just came to post my thoughts on it and why I think removing private mode is valid. Here are the reasons I feel it should be removed. Yes.
Did you reset the giveaway?
Good question. Good question. Did I even pull the giveaway? I didn't even pull the giveaway.
Ah.
Yeah, how about that? Came back to do it and never even pulled it. And fucking Lomir reminded me to do the giveaway, and he's the one who wins it. Now it's reset. There you go, Lomir. Come on, open.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Came back to do that, and Dark Blue Monkey threw me off by donating some coins. Anyway, back to our topic at hand. Actually, glad I clicked on that just to show you how slow the boards were. Yeah, don't worry about it, Dark Blue. It's a train wreck. You all know that. Okay, reasons why I feel it should be removed. This is an MMO, not a single-player game. There is an offline mode for single players. Well, then which is it? Because it is a single-player game if you play offline, and it is a single-player game if you don't want to play with a party. You don't have to play with a party, so... most people would argue with you that this is not a true MMO, but whatever. Number 2, with no private mode, things like materials, artifacts, recipes, etc. will be harder to get since they will be in zones with more than one player. I don't get that. With no private mode, things like... no. Private mode, I thought we were... Yeah, I mean, where the only private scenes are what? POTs these days? Anybody confirm or deny? What allows you to do private mode? Can you do private mode? Most mines are private? Okay. So you're telling me if I go into private mode and go into, say, Elysium, Lomir can't get there? Well, the Troll Bridge is a single instance private mode. That's different from being able to, let's differentiate here. He's talking about being able to go to multiplayer and click on private. Okay, but the troll bridge is always a single player instance. Um, the opening scenes like Solus Bridge, sort of Solus Bridge outskirts. The openings usually, the outskirts aren't, but Solus Bridge is a private scene to begin with. Um, I believe the same thing with High Vale and Blood River. First time you visit them are private instances. Yeah, Dante. You know, it is, but it isn't. Again, instance making it so that you know. I gotta go back to open mode just so I don't forget that. Because I don't like playing in a different mode. Um, yeah, unlike something like, say, Ultima Online, where everybody's usually either, in the same world but on a different server, but everybody at that point is then vying for exactly the same materials. Whereas instance here, if I go to one place like the mines and then Lomir goes there and then just tries to change instances, he can get his own instance and he can farm it independently of me so that we're not fighting for the same resources. Um, let me see what you're saying out here. Yeah, really. And how long ago did you run a UO server? I used to run a UO server back in the day as well. And boy, yeah, what a pain in the ass that is, keeping players happy and keeping players in general, because there's always the flavor of the week UO server that somebody else comes along and says, "Oh, well, I've got this," and then everybody wants to run over there because somebody added something a little different. New stuff is totally stagnated, unfortunately. It says something that only truly interesting new location was Castle Chris gave himself, and even then, that wasn't worth anything. Let me get back to Kevorkian's bitches and gripes here as to why. Three, with harder to get resources will mean an increase in economy. Every month, prices drop lower and lower and lower because materials are too easy to obtain. For instance, years ago, gold ingots were 90K to 100. Now they are as low as 26K per 100. Let me see. What is the going rate on gold ingots right now? A gold ingot. Come on, stupid. Fishing. Foraging, mining. Gold ingot. A gold ingot is selling for about 357. Is that the going price? Going price 357. So what is he saying it is? 26K. Let's see what his math has to say. Oops, come on. 26,000 divided by, is he saying 100? 260? No, your numbers are off there, buddy. And if you're getting them that cheap, I'll buy it all from you and then sell it at the normal price. But yeah, again, prices come, prices go. 4, with the increase in material costs, it'll mean higher level crafted gear will be harder to obtain by making it a viable market for crafters again. No, it's never been a viable market for crafters, period. Because crafting just takes way too long and takes way too many resources, and crafters are never going to get back the money that they put in or the time they put in to make it truly profitable. You got to do that just because you love it. I have tried to recruit many players over my 12 years. Some have stayed, but many have left. From the last 5 that left, I asked them why. All 5 of them said they enjoyed the gameplay and the concept and the sandbox, but they felt the game was empty and they never see anyone outside of towns. They say that they know there were players because they see them in Unichat, but they never see them in PvE or PvP zones unless they invite them. Well, yeah, first off, there's a whole 21 players online now, so you're not going to really be seeing a lot of people. Anywhere unless you come visit us here on the lot 5 days a week, where right now we probably have the most people in a single scene, 4 of us. Let's see, friends list. Yeah, just for giggles and grins. And we're just gonna sort by location. Most everybody is hiding their locations, but as you can see, it's me, Arcana, Dorian, Lomir, all in Owl's Head, and if you look down this little list of a whole 20 players, you'll see that there isn't anybody in any place else besides Owl's Head. Everybody else is in a single instance in the game. So, of course, the idea is to make friends and have a friends list, and then when you look at your friends list, you can see where the players are. Just because you don't see them when you're running around, like World of Warcraft or other games like that, doesn't mean we're not here. So I gotta say that that's always been the case with Shroud of the Avatar. Out of the 5 people I asked what they thought of private mode, 4 or 5 of them said the same thing. This is an MMO. Why would it have a private mode? The 5th person said they don't care. I was having a conversation about this on stream, and literally in the middle of the stream conversation, I saw this in Unichat. Proof of another player saying they never see anyone in a game. Photo here. Let's see what the photo is. And yeah, you give us access to a Google Drive that we can't access because it's private. Yeah. Number 6, it would help in preventing bots and macros from hiding in private zones, which I think is a huge plus. No, because the bots can't hide from the things they have in place. And again, there are devices in place that if you're botting, that will catch you eventually. You may get away with it for a while, but it will get you eventually. And when you get caught, you lose your account. So it's not something I suggest anybody do at all, because if you value your account or you happen to have a high pledge account like myself, you don't want to risk losing that valuable account. So if you're just using a free account and you don't give a crap, well, that's a different story. I could list more things here, but there is no point, as I feel this makes my point. Again, this is an MMO, and in my opinion, this is one of the major killers of the game. The sad part is that it's as easy as disabling the feature to fix this and make it a true MMO. What's worse, upsetting a few players that want to mine and kill solo in a MMO, or make every player joining the game think the game is 100% emptier than it is. Having 100,000 zones, POTs, and NPC towns is bad enough for a small game, but when you further divide people in an MMO with private, basically single-player feature, you hurt the MMO experience so much more. That's my thoughts. Yeah. Apparently you haven't been around. Well, you say you've been here for 12 years, so if you've been here for 12 years, you know. Again, right now, 22 people online in my friends list, and um, you know me. I brag about having the most extensive friends list in this game, and it's been verified more than a couple times by the developers and by Lord British, and you know. I haven't done a count in years, but I know my count was always higher than anybody else's because counting, 10, 15,000 people, it just gets a little tiresome. I'm just going to jump back over here and basically break this out again real quick. Basically, each of these screens is approximately 50 players. And then you got to, basically, that jumped all the way down, but you got to go screen by screen by screen to count all these people who were friends, and basically I got to go down to Redfish and say there's 50, and then go down to the next one and go there's 50, so there's 100, and you got to do this all the way down the list. There's 150. And it could be off by one or two when I do this. So 200 players, and I've barely scratched, the surface. And then you just keep doing this. And then there's literally, thousands of players who never accepted my friend's request, who've been through the game. I mean, this is almost as long as the actual people who have accepted my friend's request. Screen by screen by screen, and each one of these moves is approximately 50 players, so you get the idea. Each one of these ticks is, yeah, so I know how many people are online, how many people averagely play, and again, if you ever have, real curiosity, all you got to do is go to the leaderboards, check out the PvE kills on a 30-day basis, and you can get the average amount of players who are playing every month, and right now we're down to under 750 players, which is accounts, not actually players, because some of these people have duplicate accounts. Yeah, slightly tedious. Yeah, exactly. That's why I haven't done it in years, because I'm not that bored, or not that ambitious anymore. Uh, which totally off the rails. Today I logged in to find my mailbox full of sales. All these were, sitting here waiting for me today. And like each one of these sales was like a $25,000 gold sale, which was nice. I pulled in about 300, 400,000 in gold today, just with whatever was out there. And I haven't stocked a vendor in God knows how long, but somebody was out there buying uh buying this stuff. Dabs a lot, I guess, was in a generous move. He bought an aeronaut stuff, he bought some clockwork stuff, he bought a whole bunch of recall scrolls. So gotta say a big thanks to Dabs a lot for all the money he spent over the last couple days. But back to this topic. Morgan says, you are right, but the question is, why do players enter private mode? There are different reasons for that. One of them, as an example, is that the last hit gets the loot. That's a problem in most MMOs. There will be specialists very soon that run around and do the last hit all the time. Yeah, see, I don't get that. If you're in a party, somebody just can't come along and do that to you, my understanding. With private mode things, blah, blah, blah. No, the actual amount of Online players, it makes no difference if you're in private mode or not. There are about 40 players online at main time, and many of them go fishing, crafting, or just talking universe chat. Harder to get resources. No, that will not increase the prizes. The reason for the low prizes in the players itself, most players have all the stuff they need. This means that there's no reason to buy more of that stuff. Yes, good point there, Morgan. The materials are still hard to get. The players invest more XP in their skills. That means they have a bigger effort in collecting materials or items in the former times. When they're Silas or much lower. Stats, you mean? Example, mining. Meticulous mining at 100 gives you a chance 3 or more claims. On a skill over 140, we talk about 10 in the average. The materials at the same time means you get lower prizes because you need lesser time. Same for artifacts. There's a difference killing a Razorback Destroyer in 5 minutes or in 1 minute. If you stop in private indices and the player has to idle 4 or more minutes for the next mob, they will look for another game very fast. Yeah, good point. Good point. On the point 4, with the increased material cost, yes, that's the only point that will work. If you get recipes for high quality armor with biggie usage of materials, the prize will increase. I don't know why you say prize. I don't get it. That will need to be a bit more time to see the effect, but you can wait. But if you can wait to see that, the market will be sold out and your prizes, you mean like your prices. Is that what you're talking about, Morgan? Morgan even out there today? I don't see Morgan in the audience today. Oh, there he is, yeah. Yeah, no, his prices on the ingots and even ores are, he doesn't know his math, or he's going by, some obscure numbers, because again, the BMC price guide has been the price guide to go by. And you can go around it. Now, there are times where you can find stuff that people are just lowballing, but very rarely are you going to get those prices, on the regular basis, But again, are you talking about the price? You keep saying prizes. For getting new players, the owner of the game has to start advertising. The players have them make a warm welcome. That doesn't mean they have to get all gold they need and equipment to level 100. That means the players have to be hospitalers. It'd be nice if we can get a small window in game that shows the active hospitalers. So players should have that window active by default. I agree with that one. That there should be just a place for that to be active, aside from in Discord. Um, Most people don't know. I'm going to just go over here to the Shroud of the Avatar Discord and bring this up on screen, and you'll see that there is a list of people who are active in the hospitalers who are available for chat and help. And of course, I am always listed. I'm always active because I'm almost always at my computer, but nobody ever comes in here and just right clicks and goes, hey, I've got a question. So nobody ever uses this feature. If anything, they come over here and they go to the hospitaler help, which apparently hasn't had a question in it in several days, and a lot of people don't even know about the program anymore to begin with. But it would be nice they had followed through and put something more in game about that. Um, On the other hand, if you don't have to forget that soda players are very special. Special. This community is much calmer than the other. Many players left the game because they didn't get all they want easy and very fast. And no, not true. Most players left because they got fucked over on promises, not because they couldn't get stuff easy and fast. Take it from somebody who knows. New games of Throne. New games like Throne and Liberty, for example, follow this strategy. You need 2 days to reach the end level. On that way, you get all the stuff you need, surviving 95% of the content. But this is not the soda way. Here you have to explore the world and learn. There are zones that you better visit later, again or with friends. Oh yes, friends. That's another point. When a new player enters the game, you should use UChat for saying hello and asking for help and hints. On this way, find other players. Most of them get friends over time. And then we got a whole bunch of other feedback here, which we'll pick up on tomorrow because this topic goes on and we're going to delve into this. Okay, so we got some fodder here to work with. And we'll pick up with this more tomorrow. And some other news, possibly. I need to get some clarification on a couple things. But meanwhile, time for us to get out of here for today. Apparently, Jack just decided to play hooky all day, so maybe he'll decide to join us tomorrow. And look at that, fucking Lomir, one more time. Congratulations, Lomir.
Paste to enter at the last minute.
Lomir, it looks like we don't have to open
Thank
up
you.
streamer bundles just yet, so. Stupid
Maybe
work,
tomorrow.
yeah. And final giveaway of the day as we close out the mystery game key giveaway. And that's going to Dark Blue Monkey. Dark Blue Monkey. Let's see what we've got for you today for the final game key of the day. And I don't know how to pronounce this. Eterna. Eterna. Sounds like an expensive game. I don't know, is it? It's a $20 game. And also has a demo that you can try before you buy. Looks like an infinite scroller. But Dark Blue Monkey, congratulations to you. And of course, thank you all for joining us here each and every day on NBNN. We do appreciate it. And we will be back with more, apparently tomorrow, right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz. Jack's off.
And I'm Lomir.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Ciao. See you now. Sayonara. Arrivederci.
Done talking over my outro?
Yep.